Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Back to You podcast. I am your host, Lily Riley, and as you can see, I'm in a completely different location. I'm in my room. This is actually where you see me record most of my videos. This is the backdrop. This baby right here. I am not in the barn because it is essentially frozen shut. That's a little bit dramatic, but it's really cold outside and I can't bring my equipment out there. I don't know if it's going to freeze. That's why I've taken a little bit of a break. I was also traveling. There's going to be a whole debrief episode on all of that with a guest. So stay tuned for that. I'm very excited. And I want to talk about what has been super alive for me right now. And who knows where this is going to go. It's always a riff. And I feel like the more that I have been growing, this has been my experience. The more that I've been growing on social media, the more I've been trying to watch what I've been saying a little bit more. And a lot of these wounds, a lot of these patterns have been coming up more and more for me of my wounds of visibility, my wounds of being myself, my wounds of inadequacy. And it's really showing me where there's a lot more work to be done. And it really is such a testament that there is always an edge. And no matter how much work you do, you know that the work's never done. You know that there's always another edge to be met. You know that there's always another version of you to be. And I've really, really struggled recently with just making sure that I'm saying all the right things. And it's really taken away from my ability to really be in my power of what it means to be Lily Riley. Even saying the wrong things, stuttering over my words. This is why I don't edit these podcasts anymore, because I was editing parts of myself out, the parts that I didn't think were okay enough to be put on a podcast, or the parts of me that I thought looked stupid, or the parts of me that sounded illiterate, or whatever story I was telling myself, the part of me that believes that I have to be perfect, otherwise it's not good enough. And I think that's also been a shield, because there are parts of me that need forging. The parts of me that I have been hiding, the parts of me that I have been putting away, are actually the parts of me that I'm able to develop the greatest fortitude within myself, develop a greater skill, develop more courage, more connection to myself. And the more that I hide them, the more that I push them away, the more that I step into mediocrity. And the more that I stay comfortable, which actually isn't comfortable, it's very fucking uncomfortable. And I've noticed a lot of pain around pushing down those parts of me, and the pain of mediocrity, the pain of trying to say things to make everyone happy. And I definitely say things direct, and I know I do a very good job of speaking my mind. And this is an edge that I'm meeting, because sometimes I really do forget the reach that I have, that this has grown very fast for me, and I'm super grateful for that. And it's testing me a lot. I'm also a fucking human being who also moves through the world the same way that you do. I'm just doing it in my own way. And this has been the way that's been reflected to me recently, that part of me feels more safe with mediocrity. The part of me that I was, but actually the part of me that I'm trying to be, is making it really painful. And thank God, because I need a kick in the ass with that. I need this sign to wake up and to face those parts of me, because every single time that I have the courage to look at the parts of me that I'm pushing down, every single time that I have the courage to actually bring up and listen and hear the parts of Lily that feels that she's inadequate, that feels that she's stupid, that feels like people are going to reject her, that feels that people are going to abandon her for making a mistake, when that is never something that I would do, yet I think everyone would do it to me. When I have the ability and I have the the conscious intention to bring her up and hear what she's saying, I'm the one that gets to resolve that. I'm the one that gets to hear her out. Because it doesn't matter what everyone else says. It doesn't matter the comments. It doesn't matter the DMs. It doesn't matter the people that I speak to. It doesn't matter the supportive people in my life. I'm the final boss with that one. And I'm the only person that I need to approve anything that I'm doing. I'm the only one that needs to be okay with what I'm saying. I'm the only one that needs to back myself. And when I really, really, really get that, when I really understand that the only approval I ever need is myself, I actually get to listen to myself. I actually get to do the things that I feel called to do. I actually start following through because I'm not avoiding all the things that I think other people are going to judge me for and making sure that I'm doing. It's draining. Of course I don't get shit done when I'm trying to make everyone else happy. It's an impossible task. But when I make the task, what is it that lights me up? What's the thing that I feel called to do? How can I be the vessel for something greater? Because really what the thing is that I'm trying to appease little 5-year-old Lily. I don't even like saying it lower self or ego. Like, that's you. And the more that we make it this, personify it as this evil thing, that's you. It's not some outside entity that is trying to ruin your life or trying to lead you astray. It's little you that's scared and afraid. And that was taught that all the things that you desire are not okay. Otherwise, you would have them. I fucking hate the word manifesting because it's such a buzzword. I know it's not a bad word, but the way that it's been used, it's not putting your hands up at 11:11 and shouting affirmations in the mirror. It's you feeling safe to step into the power of what it means to be you, which is a creator. And when you don't feel safe to do that, your nervous system lights up. And you know because you can feel it in your body. And it's not some, like I said, it's not some entity. It's little you. And when you start looking at it like that, you start facing all these triggers and all of these unresolved wounds so differently with so much love and compassion rather than trying to destroy or eradicate the ego. What's up with that? Why do you think all this stuff's happening? Because you're trying to eradicate parts of yourself. How are you going to move forward with where you're going to go if you can't even bring every version of yourself along with you? You're not going anywhere unless they're coming with you because they're also a part of you. And I think this is the really hard part for a lot of people because they shame a lot of decisions that they've made. Or here's a big one, shoulding, saying, I love it because it always sounds like shitting. But so dumb. But when you say it should be this way, I need it to be this way. No, you just can't accept the decisions that you have and haven't made. You cannot accept and hold these parts of yourself because you think it's this horrible monster inside of you that's trying to destroy your life. No, that is you that is scared and is trying to protect you. Like, just feel into the difference of that. Because when you're being triggered, they are coming up. They're asking for you to love, hold, and see them in a way that they never have before. You're the only one that can do that. That's why no matter what anyone says to you, no matter how much someone validates you, no matter how much love someone gives you, it's never enough. Because you have to do it. You are the final boss, baby. And I have gotten that so much more. This fear I have of saying things perfectly or saying it in the most curated, perfect, whatever bullshit way I think everyone's going to be happy with. Like, I'm just abandoning myself. I'm literally just abandoning myself. Because every version of myself is sitting in this room with me right now. Because I can feel them. Past, present, and future. And until I can be with all of them and hear all of them and understand all of them, I'm not in my power. They hold the keys to everything in my life, everything. They run the show. They're sitting in the driver's seat and they're scared. They're gripping that wheel so hard because they think they know this. They're trying to avoid all the scary potholes people told them that were there. You're like, there's no potholes. And they're like, I know, but they don't know. And when you're trying to destroy them and eradicate them, I mean, how's that going to work in a car with nobody behind the wheel? Okay? Then nobody's behind the wheel. Maybe this is a bad example, but you get what I'm saying. I'm a visual person. If you could only see what was going on in my mind, this would make so much sense for you. But I hope that it makes sense. So what I'm trying to say here is that there's nothing to get rid of. Kill the ego? No. Love those parts of yourself more than anyone ever had the capacity or capability to. Remind those parts of yourself that you're safe. But you have to have a conversation with them. They're sitting there crying and you're sitting in the mirror saying, I'm going to do mirror affirmations and telling myself, fuck that. Seriously, fuck that. No. They're sitting here crying and you're standing in the mirror saying, I'm a magnet to money. Wow. That's really soothing for a little crying 5-year-old, huh? Wow, they feel really loved. No, you're ignoring them. You're trying to affirm them away. You're trying to meditate them away. You're trying to journal them away. You're trying to therapize them away. No. And I'm not saying any of those things are bad. I'm not saying any of those things are bad. Let's make that very clear. I've done all of them and I do all of them, okay? But it's the intention. It's what you're trying to do with all of those things. Because you're trying to get out of the now. You're trying to get out of whatever you're feeling right now. It's how can you be with it? I'm getting close to the camera for a reason. Just be with them. Learn to be with them. That is your medicine. And that's my medicine right now. Because every time that I do that, man, my whole day changes. Man, my whole energy changes. I feel everything that needs to be felt because I'm the only one that can do it. No external situation is ever going to give that to me. And if it's momentary and then I'm chasing it and then nothing is ever enough. Fuck that. No ways. You've done that. I've done that. We've all done that. And it doesn't work. Because if it has worked, it would have worked and it hasn't. And it's worked momentarily and that's about it. Okay? I know. So that's what I challenge you to do. Is to bring that part of yourself up. To bring that part of yourself with you and hold and see and love that part of you. When I feel like I'm going to say the wrong thing, I feel fear, I feel anxiety, and I say, whoa, where is this coming from? I'm afraid that if I say something wrong, people are going to reject me. But here's the thing. What if I don't reject myself? What if I accept myself? What if I back myself so fucking much that I speak from the deepest truth, that it rolls out of my tongue and I become a vessel for something greater? And people are like, that is so magnetizing. You just changed my life. But if I'm worried about looking stupid, saying the right things, it's not going to be magnetizing. It's going to be mediocre like the rest of the shit out there. I want to live an extraordinary life. I want to live an exceptional life. That means I have to be the exception. That means I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Jesus Christ wasn't everyone's cup of tea, okay? I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Let's just be real about that one. But that's just Lily that needed love. And needed to know that you're the coolest fucking little kid. Let me show you how amazing it is when you, looks like I'm looking at her right now, how amazing it is to just be you. And that you have these special, unique, anointed gifts in this life that only you get to access in this life? What if you stayed open and you lived fully in that and saw what magic came of that? If you were open to your anointed gift that you only get to access in the life where you are Lily Riley. Yes, yes, it makes me choked up. That's beautiful. I'm not special. That's everyone. Like, you have your anointed gift that only you get to access in the life where you are you right now. And you trying to appease everyone is throwing that gift away. What a damn shame. Enough. Hand up. Scouts honor. Enough of that. This is not even the Scouts honor sign, but life is so beautiful when you're open to who you get to be now. And when you learn to be safe with that. And only they can teach you how to do that. So that's what I got for you today. A little riff with Riley. No, we're not doing that. Anyways, all of my love always. We're all doing this together. We're all meeting new edges. This is another one. All my love. And I'll catch you on the next one.